Welcome to Boventures. This is the last panel of the 2024 D23 The Ultimate Fan Event, and it is to honor those that are becoming Disney legends here in 2024. Let's head into the Honda Center and show you some of the highlights.
Walt Disney once said, "You can dream, design, and build the most wonderful place in the world, but it requires people to make the dream a reality."
Time-honored tradition of celebrating the innovators and icons who make the Disney dream a reality. The people behind the magic who inspire our sense of wonder through creativity, storytelling, and entertainment. This marks the 37th year we have given this award to the artisans who have left an indelible mark on the Walt Disney Company. And I'm super excited to be here, not just as your host, but as a member of the Disney family, and most importantly, as a fan, just like all of you. It is the reason we're here at D23, one incredible community united by pixie dust. And because you are the greatest fans in the world, this year is bigger and better than ever before. None of this is possible without each and every one of you out there. You are the spark that ignites our imagination to create a new dream. Welcome to the Disney Legends Ceremony.
Thank you very much. Thanks to all of you for joining us for this very, very special event. Now, before we get started, I want to take a moment to acknowledge our dedicated employees and cast members who helped bring this incredible weekend together. Originally established in 1987, and we have honored 304 Disney legends to date. Virtually every creative discipline. They're bound by the special place that they have earned in our history for their tremendous contributions in service of entertaining and delighting fans around the globe. But tonight we will honor 14 new Disney legends, and it's my distinct honor to introduce the first one. Ready? From a galaxy far, far away. Okay. I can tell you're getting it. To treacherous ancient temples and the furthest reaches of this entire maybe I should stop. He has portrayed some of the most timeless heroes that ever appear on the big screen. But before he was the captain of the Millennium Falcon or a globe-trotting archaeologist, Harrison Ford was like so many aspiring actors who come to Hollywood in pursuit of their dreams. Now, while he had some early successes, it wasn't enough to make a living on, and he continued to work as a self-taught carpenter to pay the bills. He's probably still pretty good at that. Now that all changed when he landed the role of Han Solo in George Lucas's Star Wars and established himself as one of the most charismatic actors. He then caught the eye of Steven Spielberg, and in Indiana Jones, Harrison redefined the action hero injecting his own unique brand of humor in the character that has won the hearts of audiences for over 40 years. Now, for those of us who have gotten to know Harrison and had the pleasure of working with him, what you quickly learn is that the charisma you see on the screen is real, and that's just who he is. He's a man of deep integrity, big-heartedness, with an incredible work ethic. And that dry wit isn't scripted either. It's precisely why he is such a cultural icon. He is the definition of a leading man who stands alone in a category all his own. So take a look.
But when they could do this, I know about it, I've heard something.
Oftentimes when you're sitting in a room saying, we need to find another Harrison Ford, you can't find him. He doesn't exist.
Any questions? I'm Captain of the Millennium Falcon.
I became very aware of this movie starring wave.
Well, let's not argue about it.
I remember thinking, that guy Harrison Ford, he's gonna go somewhere.
Never tell me the odds.
I'm sure it's not dangerous. We would wait until we got more of the movie done. I know I'm gonna get dirty, and I know I'm gonna get bruised.
You're in a comedy, America.
It is part of Harrison's charm and character.
I don't mind heat. I don't mind cold.
He's very grounded and down to earth.
Oh, really? You're cold?
I remember him saying, look what we get to do. He's just as in awe of the process.
Chewie, we're home.
I always thought he would come on set and be like, I'm Harrison, and then everybody would be like, yeah, but no. It was a good time. It was him creating this character from the ground up.
Movies make him tick. People who care about movies make him tick.
He signed his action paper.
Go ahead.
You cannot look at the archive of American cinema without thinking Harrison Ford.
Don't refer to him when they're referring to a particular kind of actor.
Great pleasure that I present this award to a true Disney legend and a dear friend, Harrison Ford.
Thank you. Me, I love the people that I've had the opportunity to work with. Nobody does anything in this business alone. We work in collaboration. No matter who we are or what we're doing, we're working on an idea. I have the privilege of being a storyteller. An assistant storyteller. I have my part of the story to tell, but so does everyone else. But the stories are for you, about us, our common humanity. And to be able to work in that area is a privilege. We have a bond between us that's based on the quality of the product, and Disney produces great product. Disney is a giant ship, but a giant ship needs an able captain. And the great generosity of that introduction deserves my acknowledging how important Bob has been in the work that I have done and in a creative and business capacity, but he has also become a dear and trusted friend. I'm very honored to be in the company of the other people that are being honored tonight. I'm really delighted and a little bit embarrassed by this, but I'm so very grateful. Thank you very much.
There's more. The upcoming sequel, Freakier Friday. Our next presenter has been a member of the Disney family since age 10. And she simply could not miss the opportunity to shower our next Disney legend with love. Please welcome Lindsay Lohan.
Something unique to the role, and I feel so blessed to have Jamie as a friend in my life, and I feel lucky to work with a woman that I admire so much. Love you.
Jamie Lee Curtis has done just about everything in her Hollywood career. She's
All at once.
Her timing is so perfect.
I just wanted to do something outrageous.
Jamie is so amazing. People just love her.
Oh, I'm like the Crypt Keeper! You are so authentic and so real. I love it. Do you love it? I'd like to talk about the bear. I had put it out into the universe in my mind. I'm going to play his mother. And then the phone call came in.
I want them to have his good thing.
You can't make a scary movie without the queen of scary movies.
She's so multi-talented.
She's an Oscar winner.
That moment for me was mind-blowing.
The character that I get to play in Freaky Friday, and one of Jamie's dearest friends is here. Please welcome Academy Award-winning Jodie Foster.
There are many things that my bestie Jamie Lee Curtis and I have in common. So we both grew up in this business, in this city, she the daughter of 2 famous movie stars, me the daughter in every bad television show. And you folks know that our biggest Girls Road connection, we were both in the Disney movie Freaky Friday, only they were sequels 20 years apart and we took opposite roles. So while her character got to blow bubbles and play guitar, I got to clutch my pearls and flirt with my father. Which is awkward, but that's how it was back then. Which is a refrain that Jamie and I sometimes trot out to explain why we are both so peculiar. But here are many of the absolutely freaky things that you may not know about her. You probably know. She eats dinner at 3 or 4 in the afternoon because Granny's asleep by 7:30. She gets up at 3 a.m., she saves the world, then she online shops a little, compulsively ordering useless things in every color. Although she did find me the best bras I've ever owned. Thank you for looking out for my boobs. By 4 a.m., she's driving halfway across town to deliver baskets to people's doors. Sometimes they're filled with books or these incredible scented roses from her garden, little silk ribbons with the beautifully embossed label for My Hand in Yours, the charity she started for Children's Hospital. She is so thoughtful and so generous, such a supportive and kind cheerleader that it just makes me want to punch her in the face. Is that wrong? Apparently the feeling is mutual because when Alex or I make something really good, okay, and maybe we send a picture of it, like a homemade cheesecake or a really good bonfire. She is the first person to text us back in giant capitalized letters, F you! Because the one-upsmanship game never gets old. So, for Jamie's induction day, which does sound like periodontal surgery, so I'm just gonna say for her legend ceremony, I want to tell you about all the things that I love about her. Her absolutely joyful laugh, especially when her husband Chris does some deadpan cartoon voice, especially good. She is the best mom to her two daughters, Annie and Ruby. She shows up for friends and strangers. She cries at the hokiest insurance commercials. She throws that smelly tennis ball for her dog Rudy until her arms fall off. She likes boba drinks, Mexican Cokes, marshmallow peeps, and any kind of garbage Halloween candy that's flying around. There is, however, the brilliant Jamie that the world knows, and that's why we're all here today. Halloween, A Fish Called Wanda, True Lies, Everything Everywhere All at Once, my favorite. Knives Out, and a personal favorite of mine, her guest appearance in The Bear Season 2, which is She is inventive, fearless, full of surprises. She's an artist who lives to show you human idiosyncrasy, warts and all. Perfectly imperfect. Our Neverland Hall of Famer. Jamie, I'm here to honor the Disney in you, to remind you of the cafeteria Jell-O at the lot that they serve on Burbank, the frozen bananas on a stick that you could buy off the cart outside the teacup ride, and of all of those magical formative years believing in Walt Disney's Dreamland. So here you are, such an important part of that place, that history. You've been there for me for so many milestones. You spoke at our wedding. You presented me with a Golden Globe. You helped push my hands and feet in the cement at the Grauman's thing. You are the greatest cheerleader friend I've ever known. It is an honor to honor you, someone that I love so much and I care so much about, who's been such a good friend and a treasured cohort. So bless you for bringing your blessings to this art form and this world, this happiest place on earth. And I'm going to present you with the real prize. I got you old school mouse ears with your name on it. Boom. Take that. I love you, Jamie. Everybody, please put your hands together for Disney legend Jamie Lee Curtis.
Disney in you and me. You know, it's the Disney in all of us. That's why we're here. It's the Disney in all of us. And the truth is, legends aren't born, they're created. And they're created and nurtured and taught and educated. And then they make art, and then we connect the art, and you make legends. You are the legends, because without you, none of this is possible. And so thank you to your Disney family, all of you there, all of the bright lights shining right now. Thank you. I am born and raised in this city of angels. And as a little girl, my sister and I used to drive to, no, we didn't drive, obviously, but we were in the Country Squire station wagon, and we were in the back seat, and there was an unofficial competition of who was going to get to see the tip of the Matterhorn first. And if the first person that said, "I see it," won some prize. But really what it meant was you were about to get to the place that you knew was special and magical. That's why they call it the most magical place, the magical kingdom. There it was, and if you saw the Matterhorn, that was what it was. Now I'm 66. There have been a lot of changes in the world. Whatever, it's all good. good, it's all good. My point is this. The Disneyland that we first went to, with the bananas on the sticks, is different now. It's change. You know, change happens. It's the only constant in life is change. My favorite ride was the Carousel of Progress. Loved it, and for those who don't know what it is, it was a passage through time of technology. It was the GE Carousel of Progress, and it was about progress and technology. Well, here we are at the moment in our lives where technology is everywhere, and you know we're fighting the changes because I'm old-fashioned. I like it the old way, but change is important. No. Hey, listen. Shh. Listen to mommy. I'll only do it if you sing it with me. But before we sing it, I want you to listen to the words, because the truth is, that's why I'm here. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, shining every day. Yes, it's a great...
Disney Studios, November 22nd, 1990, Kelly Ripa starts on All My Children.
That's just great, Uncle Trevor. You don't even recognize me?
Here she is, Miss Kelly Ripa. Here you are, 20 years old.
You know, I watch you, Regis, and I say, I want to be just like Regis.
Let's say hello to my new co-host, Kelly Ripa.
With one of my very best friends.
Your 30th anniversary at the Walt Disney Company.
And never move off this network. But we're your program, the Rise of the Gentleman. It's a night of magic and memories. I met my husband here.
Are you ready?
And you?
I'm so ready for this.
I fell in love with Mark the day I met him. I knew I was going to marry him. Joining me today and permanently is Mark Consuelo.
Legend, Kelly Ripa.
A very rare thing anybody can tell you in this industry, to be employed consistently in this industry. But to be employed by the same company for 34 years is my great good fortune. I owe everything to Disney. Thank, really, if you'll indulge me, Deborah O'Connell, Dana Walden, Bob Iger, my husband Mark Consuelos, my best friend Ryan Seacrest, and especially all of you, because without you, none of my adult life would have been possible.
About this woman, Martha Blanding.
She was this larger than life figure.
She's passionate, she's engaging.
The impact is tremendous.
It's all because of Martha.
This is 1971, and Martha broke ground in that she became the first full-time black tour guide at Disneyland.
The cards were stacked against her.
After I got the job as a tour guide, then I became a VIP hostess in like 6 months.
Martha took the culture of Disneyland a little bit by storm.
She was a trailblazer.
She hosted a slew of celebrities, notables, and royalty. Martha was the first black person in management here at the resort.
She was a supervisor on Main Street,
A film buyer,
a candy buyer,
and ultimately as the senior manager of merchandise events at Disneyland.
These were a lot of firsts that nobody had ever seen.
She represented somebody that both our guests and our cast could look at and say, someday that can be me.
Listen. Ned, I'm James L. Brooks.
Oh, can I call you Jim?
James L. Brooks is good.
After making so many classic TV shows and Oscar-winning movies, Jim used to be just a regular legend. But tonight, Jim is a Disney legend. How come I'm not a Disney legend? I'm like the Mickey Mouse of this whole deal.
You're the Mickey Mouse and shut up! Get back in that house! You garbage!
I thought Disney was family friendly.
It's that famous...
Somebody call me George! I think they're going to be fighting in the hedge for a while.
You little...
Help me, Bob Iger! Well, why don't you take a look at the greatest moment of his career? Your joking hands are weak, old man. Cut to the clips.
This is special.
You make me want to be a better man. Hang on. I buried the lead. You want to get me on my back? You just had to ask.
Look at me.
One of James L. Brooks's oldest friends and dearest collaborators, Danny DeVito.
Dear friend, Jim Brooks. This man created the Maritime War Show. Blue Grant. And have you ever heard of a movie called Terms of Endearment? 5 Academy Awards that movie won. And this gentleman walked away with 3 of them for writing, directing, and Best Picture. Disney legend, James L. Brooks.
She's just amazing.
The level of detail that you look at and you go like, wow.
What I love so much is you see the costumes up close and you think, oh my gosh, they look so beautiful. And then you look at it on screen and it's mind-blowing.
Someone finds the clothes. Use the curtains if you must, but clothes this enormous girl.
Colleen is one of those designers that truly has that passion for what she does. She builds her costumes from head to toe, no matter what the character is.
So many things have to go into that kind of process, and she's just exceptional. To watch her work and her whole team, it was like watching a symphony work together.
The responsibility to costume 500, 600, 700 people is extraordinary, and every single person, every single detail is beautiful.
The construction of everything is done with such care.
Her sense of history and sense of fantasy are just spot on.
Her costumes are, of course, beautiful and they feel beautiful to wear, but they tell stories, and I think that is the thing that really elevates someone like Colleen.
Oh my God, he's right. Now please join me in welcoming Disney legend, the masterful Colleen Atwood.
First of all, Frank, I'm sorry everyone else got famous presenters. Instead, you're stuck with the guy who does the little animations. So, I have been stressing about this for months. I have rewritten this introduction at least 80 times, and the little voices in my head say, should have gone for 81. But that's because I really want Frank to know the impact he's had in my life. In fact, it was Frank's work with the Muppets that got me inspired to get into this business. It's no stretch.
In all of show business.
You know it?
Take it to him, baby.
Virtual is a fantastic artist on so many levels.
performer, writer, director.
Frank Oz directed many noteworthy films, including Little Shop of Horrors, What About Bob, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, Bowfinger, plus the score featuring Marlon Brando in his final performance.
I like your style.
Frank includes everybody in the process.
More like this! What I'd really like to do is put the greatness of this man in perspective. The front page! It's on the front page. Hey, who let you out? Get back in there!
I love the character, and I love the process.
Ever since. She makes history as the youngest Disney Legend Award recipient.
For the role of Hannah Montana.
You know the name. Concert selling out coast to coast, hit records, and a TV show. Miley is a pop culture icon.
If I could do this forever and wake up every day getting to do what I love, that would be like a dream.
You are so kind to the fans. You are adored.
He's pretty.
She's a great singer.
I couldn't ask for a better person to be my hero.
All of my dreams have come true because of my fans.
The whole country's in love with her. She's a great musician, and she's got a great soul.
She inspires me.
You were doing this movie with me for the past 30 years. How do you think you'll along with me for the next 30?
Truly one of your biggest fans. My very first job was taking my portable sound system, a wig, and 15 tracks I learned from front to back in impersonating Hannah Montana. I'm talking about at birthday parties, fairs, festivals, you name it. It was me, Lainey Wilson, opening up for me as Hannah Montana. You talk about the best of both worlds. You inspired me to believe in myself. That I too could be an ordinary girl living in an extraordinary world. So on behalf of Miley Cyrus fans everywhere, I'd like to dedicate this song to you. Y'all make it! Molly, I want to thank you for never being afraid to step outside the box, always staying true to yourself, and most of all, for kicking butt no matter what, girl. Woo! You can do it. You can look the best. Y'all put your hands together and welcome Disney legend Miley Cyrus.
And all of you you can do that every single day. It's legendary to be afraid and do it anyway. There is no such thing as failure when you try. That's the only way you lose. The way to win is to try. So here I am. I'll show you. I made 2 speeches. One long, if I'm the badass that I'm supposed to be, and one short, if I get scared. So I want to say thank you. It's such an honor to receive this award. My other legends have said it best. It is all because of you. Everyone in this room, outside of this room, it's all about the fans. And in 2005, Disney was on a mission to rebuild and reimagine the company. That's why they hired Bob Iger and me. I remember this clearly because it was during the auditioning process of Hannah Montana. There was a buzz in that Burbank Disney office where it's rumored that they create all of us Disney kids. I definitely wasn't created in a lab, and if I was, there must have been a bug in the system which caused me to malfunction somewhere between the years of 2013 and 16.
I would definitely describe Steve Ditko as one of the founding fathers of Marvel Comics. As the co-creator of Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, Marvel Comics wouldn't be what it is today without Steve. His impact, it's unquantifiable.
Steve was one of my heroes growing up. There was something deep inside him that just compelled his incredible imagination.
He created villains, Dr. Octopus, Sandman, Electro, and it was Steve Ditko who first drew Iron Man in the iconic red and gold. He also contributed to the stories and to the alter egos of those characters.
His style was unique. We refer to things today as being Ditko-esque.
The way Spider-Man moves, that all came from Steve. And that's what our artists now continue to uphold.
Doing an animated Spider-Man project, we found a lot of inspiration in the comics. He is a character who was born in the 60s and reinvented in every era since then.
Steve Ditko is one of the greatest Marvel artists in history, and that we're now able to take what he put in the comics, and we now have the technology to put that into big three-dimensional space on a movie screen is amazing.
If you look at the Spider-Man film all the way down the line, what he understands, established about the character, that's all there in the films.
Steve was certainly one of the most important creators in the comic book business.
Steve didn't believe in interviews, he didn't believe in awards, he always said, let the work speak for me.
The princess guy at the studio. This has been a boyhood dream for me, to work for Disney Animation. I was always drawing as a child, and my mom actually takes credit. She was the one that put a pencil in my hand early on in life. She said she would do that in church to keep me quiet. The animation bug kind of bit me early. There was something magical about these drawings coming to life. And I was just like, they didn't just move, they lived, they breathed. That was just magic for me. That was absolute magic, and I was hooked.
There's an elegance to the way you work, the motion, the emotion.
I tried to put myself in my character's shoes, finding little tics or mannerisms.
Welcome Disney Legends. The voice of Ariel, Jody Benson.
Overflowing kindness and loyalty. He doesn't just design characters on paper. He creates images infused with passion, vulnerability, and authenticity that connect with people for generations.
The journey to discovering Ariel together began with our friendship 37 years ago. And thanks to Mark Hem's vibrant imagination, Ariel will always be a part of our world. That was pretty cool. Mark possesses a rare gift that extends far beyond his talent as an artist. The ability to reflect the human soul in every stroke of all these amazing beings. And just like Mulan, in a way that liberates us to see ourselves, not just for who we are, but for who and what we can be. Thank you. He noticed a lot in my hair that wouldn't stay in place, so he decided to make that part of her character. It's those little things that bring his art to life. They pull the audience in and allow these fantasy worlds and fairy tales to become real.
Has supervised more powerful. Like Princess Jasmine than any other person in the history of the animation studio.
So beautifully rendered Tiana in a way that allowed little girls to see themselves and others to see their friends in a regal light for the very first time. Welcoming way over to Disney legend, Mark Hess.
Represents the tip of an iceberg. In every artist's career, there are so many artists who inspire and influence you. For example, the great Eric Larson, one of Walt's 9 old men. Eric taught me and so many others how to be Disney animators, creating magic with paper and pencil.
Of course, when I was first introduced to you, Joe, I was mesmerized with a collection of earrings dangling from your left ear. I suspect everyone is as fascinated as me. Since that first meeting, my admiration for your work and your imagination has continued to increase. I'm so proud to be counted as one of your friends, and so delighted that in recognition of your talents and accomplishments, you are now a Disney legend. But most of all, Joe, on this special occasion, I want to speak for the hundreds of animals who, thanks to your vision, have had and continue to have a meaningful life, and who have inspired a love of and appreciation for those animals in millions of visitors. Every time I visit Animal Kingdom, I think to myself, goodness, if I was an animal out of my natural habitat, this is where I would like to be. And so again, Joe, congratulations, best wishes, and lots of love.
Being a genius can come in all kinds of forms. And here at Walt Disney Imagineering, Joe is special in that way.
Joe really is an explorer, bigger than life personality.
So influential, passionate.
He's very much a visionary.
And lucky for us, he happens to be an incredible designer of immersive experiences.
If you're working with Joe, you are gonna be working on something pretty spectacular.
That's the tree of life behind me. It is 14 stories tall.
I don't think there's anybody on this planet who could have brought Animal Kingdom to life like Joe.
Joe has always thought about conservation of culture first.
He's made it not only look good, but also good for the animals as well.
When we started on El Monte, Joe basically challenged everything and said, is this right for the culture, the community?
What Joe Rohde did was bring the indigenous artists to the table, and that was weaved into the fabric of our resort.
Do it well, be thoughtful, be intentional, and then the sky's the limit. That's his legacy. That's Joe Rohde.
All fabulous and talented, extraordinary people receiving this recognition is amazing. I really have only a couple things to say, which may surprise you if you know me, but I will try to be brief. First has been said before, from Harrison Ford on, none of this is done alone. I owe everything that I am to others. First of all, to Melody, my wife, my lifelong love. Without her, I can't find a soap. I can't do anything. My boys, Kellen and Brant, who keep me young and make me laugh every time I see them. And then to all the mentors and patrons who had the patience to guide me and consider me worthy, the teammates and the partners who frankly did the lion's share of all the work.
His knowledge about everything.
What he brings to the craft of filming is new technologies.
I see you.
Whether it's on the technical side or the natural side, is in Jim's mind, all this stuff is real.
He just goes for it. You are passionate and extraordinary. You are also one of the most fascinating people I've ever met. You've made some of the most critically acclaimed and culturally beloved films in certainly my lifetime, and it's mind-blowing to think of how many other movie lovers' lifetimes you have impacted and entertained. Dearest Jim, you continue to aspire to greater heights that I'm not sure if anyone else but you will ever reach. The power of your imagination continues to inspire us all. What you cannot create, you simply manifest. You've revolutionized the filmmaking process too many times to count by developing cutting-edge technology and giving audiences an immersive and elevated experience that is exquisite. Zoe Saldana.
Buckle up, folks.
because I'm going to tell you what it's like to work with the one and only James Cameron. We were filming this epic scene in Avatar, and I thought I was giving it my all, running like my life depended on it. But Jim, oh Jim, he takes off his headphones and he comes up to me and goes, "What is that? What was that? Do you call that running? That's not running, girl. You have to learn how to run." And just like that, working with you has been a wild ride, Jim. Your passion, your dedication, and your eye for detail are truly unmatched. Disney legend, James Cameron.
Mentioned in the same breath as some of the incredibly talented people that you've seen here tonight and will continue to see. There's just such an incredible display of creativity and imagination here tonight. And I'm just happy to be in this crowd, be part of the club, and part of the Disney family and the talent that you see here tonight. So I just want to end by thanking Alan Bergman, who's been a great boss, where we've been through the challenges together. Please, come on, guys.
Name with everyone, the phenomenal Ryan Coogler.
We went to work. I was flat out astonished by her work. She was the most experienced and the most gifted actor on the set. But she would show everybody how to work, including myself. She would have this thing that she does. And if anybody's had the pleasure of working with her, where she just straight up doesn't leave set. She'll stay right there, whether that means in the throne, or whether that means laying down in water. It doesn't matter. She really just sets the tone for everybody who works with her. To see her and what she does is truly a gift. And after that first film, you know, we ended up losing Chadwick, as you guys know. And for that second film, we had to decide whose shoulders were we going to place the narrative on. And I had no doubt in my mind that she would rise to the challenge. Every take with Angela is incredible.
How are you feeling today?
For me personally, being a little black girl from Florida, hoping to one day follow my dreams, become an actress. All right then, let's do it. It's been more than a dream come true.
Things are gonna heat up. Stay safe.
Diane, you are an amazing actor.
Well, I can pull it out when I need to.
All right, Einstein, you have got to get out of the past and look to the future.
He's given more to this industry than anyone that I know of.
Let me entertain you. Let me make you smile. We don't call in the world.
It's just amazing to see a life and a career that's been so well lived.
You play 100 shows and one of them's killer. You don't get many like tonight.
See what she does next.
Everybody not giving that free thing.
I have had the extraordinary privilege of working throughout my career throughout the Disney universe, including film and television, documentaries and animation, as well as the wonderland that are the Disney theme parks. But I have done none of this alone. In my pursuit of a career as an actress, I have understood that I am a part of something greater than myself. I offer my deepest gratitude to everyone who has supported me on this journey, cast members and crew, creatives who make what we do and what you see possible, casting directors, studio exec, costume designers, directors, producers, thank you. I share this honor with all of you.
Brought me a unique form of joy.
I've had the incredible privilege of knowing and working with John Williams throughout my entire career, beginning with the unforgettable score for Raiders of the Lost Ark. E.T., Jurassic Park, the beautiful and haunting hymns for Lincoln, and of course the iconic themes for Star Wars.
Well, you can't underestimate what that gave us. I mean, it added a grandeur and a gravitas we never would have had.
Johnny gave such detail to every single heart-stopping moment.
Person that's ever lived on this planet or any other planet.
This is so historic.
The great universe, John Williams.
This truly has been a wonderful night that only Disney can make possible. Get everybody in a nice line, bring in our photographer, and I'll need everyone else here to help me with the countdown. Are we all set? Legends, look straight out to the camera in the center. Everybody, say Disney on one. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
And that's going to do it for the Disney Legends panel. Thank you for watching, and until next time, Boventure is out there. Little Mickey and Stars confetti.